So today I'm going to be installing some CobyWheel Alcantara emergency brake shift boot and the actual handle from CobyWheel. CobyWheel isn't normally known for their emergency brake and emergency handles. Usually people purchase items from them for their steering wheels for all sorts of BMW products. They have really good quality Alcantara, but if you aren't aware, they also sell other Alcantara bits for the interior of your car. You can get gear shift boots, DCT shift boots, and I've opted for the emergency brake handle and the emergency brake boot. Now, first step is of course removing the boot. It's kind of easy. I have a little, I don't remember if I got it from Harbor Freight or if I got it from Amazon, but basically just pop it off and it easily comes off. So what you need to do is pull it up over the Alcantara, or the I haven't put Alcantara on yet, the actual brake handle, to reveal the zip tie here. Now you have all this engineering and everything is held on by a simple zip tie. So I'm going to go and cut this off and reveal the leather boot will easily come off. So I'm about to clip off the zip tie without ruining the leather. I apologize if this video is kind of dark. I'm in my dark garage. It doesn't have really great lighting. I could light it up a little with some LED lights, but then you'd just be getting a bunch of flashes, and that's kind of annoying in its own way. Almost got it. I'm trying not to ruin the leather in case I want to swap it out, but easily clip that. And then the leather, it's been on here for about a lot of years, and it comes off. So with the CobyWheel, there's a plastic piece that is attached to the leather. You can see the clips here. You have to reuse that. CobyWheel does not offer that piece. What you have to do is take the leather part off and then get some glue. They recommended some glue you get at Walmart. I forgot the name, but I picked up a bottle from Amazon. I'll leave a link in the description, but you have to basically glue, it's like fabric glue, glue it together. Now the good thing about the handle is they just provide the full handle. The button obviously is part of the actual emergency brake, and you just, I'm told it just kind of comes off, but it's been here for a while. I'm gonna pause the video and try to get a better grip around it and move the camera. So of course, as soon as I turn the camera off, one yank, just getting in the driver's seat like you would naturally, pull the e-brake, I just kind of did a little twist motion and it pulled off with one good attempt. So I'm gonna get to stripping the leather boot off of the plastic piece that I need and see how all the gluing works. I'm not really a arts and crafts kind of guy, but I'll keep you posted. Before I get to gluing the fabric and figuring that out, I just quickly threw on the Alcantara handle. It just slips back on way easier than getting the old one off. And what'll happen is once I figure out the gluing of the fabric, you basically do the reverse of what you do to get it off, obviously. So you'll get it on like kind of inside out backwards and then zip tied along this seam right here where this blue stitching is. But I'll showcase that when I get to it. So if you're gonna save your leather boot, basically if you have one of these plastic tools, try to feed it underneath, and then eventually you're gonna start getting somewhere where you're gonna get bigger pieces off. But if you don't care about the leather and you're gonna keep your Alcantara boot on there forever and never sell your car or whatever, I mean, you could pretty much take a knife to this and just start shredding away. But I think I'm gonna keep it just in case I want to switch it back if I sell the car or something, sell the boot separately. I don't know, but
Just a quick tip. So eventually you'll work your way to a point where this plastic will be unattached from the leather boot. As you can see, still some pieces of like the old OEM manufactured glue from when it bonded to the leather. I'm not going to focus too much on cleaning this up because you will not see it, because it'll be covered completely by the new boot. So I'm going to start experimenting with the glue, because like I said, I'm not an arts and craft person, but basically I'm going to just put it everywhere where there's this gummy stuff currently and hope it's hidden and it doesn't get on the Alcantara at all. So wish me luck. Before I get started, this is the glue I'll be using that I mentioned. It's the one that CobyWheel recommends, so it's what I got. You can apparently get it in Walmart, but I just got it off Amazon because that's where I get pretty much everything. It's kind of a big bottle and I probably will use like none of it, but I just wanted to give you guys a good look at what I'm actually using. So what I'm doing is I've already opened the bottle and popped the top, but I've already put the Alcantara boot in all the spots. Like there's holes all through the boot where they line up with these plastic tabs. So I made it easier on myself where I'm just gonna kind of stitch up where I want glue, just like as a, you can think of it as like 3M taping some trim on your car. You don't want so much tape everywhere, but I know when I just took it off, there was pretty much glue surrounding every part of the plastic. I don't really want to do that, mainly because I don't want to glue up the plastic and then try to put a very glued up plastic piece on my nice new my nice new Alcantara piece that I'm going to ruin by getting glue on it. So I'm just going to kind of shoot some spots with some of this glue, just pretty much in between every plastic tab, but not around the tabs where the glue was initially.
So I know I'm back to my dark M3 layer right here, but what you're going to want to do is basically turn the Alcantara boot inside out. There's some light. Basically pull it down and through, and then feed it over top of the boot. And the reason you're doing that is you're going to zip tie it down in that spot, that like nice little groove that the actual Alcantara handbrake has. It's being a little, there we go. And you can kind of feel the groove like right along here, and we're gonna zip tie it down. So I know it's kind of hard to see, but there's a zip tie on here. Remember to cut your zip tie off. I don't know, this is in the up position. If it goes down, I don't know if it's gonna irritate anything and cause issues for you. And the one that I took off was cut, so be sure to cut your zip tie. So now that the zip tie is cut, you can attempt to install here. Try to pull most of it down. You're gonna hear a bunch of pops when you get it right, and hopefully light will play with me a little right here. But basically, you want the boot and your emergency brake, if you opt for both, to match up. I think my first attempt at an arts and crafts session kind of worked out. So I know it's kind of dark, so please leave that out of the comments if you can. But if this helps you at all, be sure to like, share, and subscribe if you can. Thanks. Bye.